At your local Good Neighbor Pharmacy, we are shaped by the unique communities in which we serve, and we look forward to serving you every single day at every location that we're proud to offer, including Pharmacy Express in Glasgow, Parkland Drugs in Cave City, Metcalf Drugs in Edmonton, and Clark Drugs in Munfordville. We would like to thank you all for being our good neighbors and for your support and business during this past unprecedented year. Find Pharmacy Express online at mygnp.com and find the Empty Nest at Pharmacy Express online on Facebook.
Yes, my name is Faye Bradford Neal. Okay, my daddy was a truck driver, and my mother she was a housekeeper and everything. And so I grew up here in Glasgow. Started out at Bunch before integration, and then I went to Liberty Street, and then back to Bunch for the 6th grade, and then to high school. Played football, sung in the chorus, done all of those things, and I'm a singer. I've sung with a gospel group for 2 or 3 gospel groups for over 40 some years. I guess you can tell by my voice that it's pretty strong and still, as old as I am. But growing up in Glasgow was a good experience, because it seemed like back pre-integration that we had a real strong sense of community, and so the community elders watched after the kids, and they made sure that we did what was right and everything. After integration, then it kind of brought on a whole new spectrum of not only respect but guidance. And I could name. I'm not going to start naming teachers and stuff that really helped me out. But the one thing that they instilled in me is that you can do anything you want to do. You put your mind to it, you can do it.
Faye spent most of his early years at Ralph Bunche Center up until 4th grade, and then in 5th grade he moved on when schools integrated in Glasgow.
It was kind of scary because of the unknowns, and then listening to the news of what was going on in other cities. It just kind of gave you a strong sense of what's going to happen, and it was funny because it wasn't, it was just like another experience here in Glasgow. No big, no riots, none of that stuff went on. We went to school. The schools, Liberty Street, they opened their arms to us and everything, and gave us a real sense of belonging. That was in the 5th grade. For me, being a person that always loved to sing, and I'll use this as an example. We would stand in that breezeway up there at Liberty Street, and we would listen to the choirs sing in the choir room, and so one evening I was standing there, I was singing right along with them, and the door opened, and the teacher came out, and she said, she said, "Do you go to school here?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "You sing real well." I said, "You could hear me?" And she said, "Yeah." She said, "Do you think that your mom would be okay if you sung with this choir?" And I said, I can ask her. So I went home and that was we had a sixth grade me and the boys choir, and we traveled all over the state. And I started and I was a fifth grader, but I sung with them. So that's how how things were for me. And from that point on, it just kind of kept building on itself. All I ever got was encouragement.
Faye built a career as an IT professional, and his original plan? Well, it set him on a track to be a coach. But it was one experience at Western Kentucky University that changed his plan entirely.
I can remember having to go up to the financial aid office, and I'm standing there, and this girl or lady at the time, she was on the other side of the desk, and and this is my story. She was looking into this little TV, and she asked me for my Social Security number, and I gave her my Social Security number, and she started typing on this keyboard, and it was like my whole life history popped up on that screen. And so now I'm excited. So I asked her, "What is that?" She said, "That's a computer." I said, "That's what I want to do." And so from that point on, I became, I went into computer programming, is what they called it back then, IT, information systems, and all of that stuff, and that's how I forged my career.
And his many years as a gospel singer is a testament to his faith. Faye says faith has always been a huge part of his life.
My journey in faith and religion has been knowing that there is a God, and knowing that and being taught that that faith is the key to all situations and everything. So I'm very, very thankful for that. It's just very and it keeps and that I need to stay humble. That's the main thing.
A lifetime of change has led Faye to much happiness. A wife, children, and now grandchildren has taught him so much. And one important concept he's learned in life?
To love. To be able to look past what a person looks like, a person's economic, situation, and everything, and just be able to, get to know that person for that person, and in order to do that, you can't go into a situation with a preconceived idea.
Though he's retired now and enjoying it, it's all of his life's experiences that shaped Faye into the person he is today.
And I thank God for the fact that I was given those opportunities, and the fact that when given those opportunities, I took advantage of them. And if I had to say anything to our young people, is take advantage of your opportunities. No one is, it's easy to blame people, but really you just need to go out and make your, chart your own history.
This is Faye Neal. And this has been Meet My Neighbor.